If you're still in a job you hate this time next year, it won't be because the economy is bad, it won't be because you didn't have time, it's because you didn't see the window closing. AI is about to make your job redundant, but AI is also making it as easy as possible, the easiest time in history to actually earn online and build your own income. It's literally what Dan inside of my community, who's done $83,000 in the past 30 days, through implementing his skill set of being a videographer inside of his 9 to 5, which he is now quit. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact process we took him through to actually earn that money online. So here's what we're going to cover: why 30 days is actually realistic to earn online and quit your 9 to 5, the offer system that does all of the heavy lifting and 99% of people trying to earn online get wrong, the outreach system which is automated and personalized to get you in front of as many people as possible, and finally the no pressure sales system that can close clients even if you're an introvert and have no experience in sales. And make sure to hang around for number 4, the sales process, because this is where 99% of people get it wrong. I was a plasterer in the UK, working in Derby, waking up freezing cold sites, and I hated it. But I understood that I was scared to take action. I didn't know where to go with these things. I didn't know how to start. And to be honest, I was staying comfortable. Like, I knew what I needed to do. I was just negotiating with comfort. I was negotiating with the fact that people might look at me different if I was trying to earn online. I was scared to stand out. I was scared to actually try something and potentially fail. And it wasn't until I actually started to take action and think, no, this is the life that I want. I want to chase this life of freedom. I want to chase this life where I don't have this Sunday night dread, where I don't have to be told when I can take a holiday, where I don't have to just live a life that's not true to myself. And that's where I started to build an agency from scratch. I built a social media marketing agency, but you can take any skill that you have or want to learn to build an agency. And after the first month, I got to 1.5K a month. I got to 3K a month after 2 months, and after 3 months, I got to 5,000 a month. And that allowed me to move to Thailand and then move to Bali. And since then, I've continued to grow my agency. I've now got up to 25K a month. I'm living out in Bali currently. I've traveled over 40 countries in the past 2 years. I came back from skiing in Japan last month. And I have that complete freedom that I dreamt about when I was a plasterer. You've been told a lie by society that building a business takes years, because this used to be the process. It used to be brick and mortar businesses, and there was so much setup. There was so much, it took time to marketing. You were handing out leaflets, you were putting newspaper ads out. Whereas in this day and age, you can build a business that sustains your lifestyle in just 30 days. I'm not gonna lie to you and say you can become financially free and become a millionaire in 30 days, but you can replace your 9 to 5 income in just 30 days. Like, especially in the UK, the average wage is around 2.5K a month. With an agency, you can get this with just one client. 1 or 2 clients will replace this income. Most retainers you get from clients, depending on your service, are between 1.5 to 5K a month per client. And these clients aren't someone that you need to spend 40 hours a week on. This is where you're spending 5-10 hours a week per client, and you can also outsource. And with AI, you can start to really build that freedom of your lifestyle, because you're not sat behind your laptop every single day, every single hour. So with my own personal experience, I was charging clients at the start £1,500 a month. And literally first month signed 1 client, second month signed 2 clients. So by that stage, I'd already replaced my 9 to 5 and I was able to quit. And this isn't just for people like me. We have people like Dean, who literally finished uni, didn't want to go into a 9 to 5, and signed 5 clients in his first 90 days. We've got people like Jay, who worked in recruitment for 15 years, wanted to change his life and travel the world. And last week, he earned $3,500 in just 1 week, and literally replacing his 9 to 5 income while traveling in Bali. So the first step is a painkiller offer. The biggest problem people do here is they sell the service and not the transformation. When I started my social media marketing agency, I would tell clients, I can post you 5 videos a week, I can post daily stories, and that was my offer. But they weren't interested. They don't care about your service. They don't care about how they get there. They care about their situation and where you can get them to. So with your painkiller offer, you need to understand your niche and what is their painful situation. For me, it's people and businesses that are struggling to get views on social media, they're struggling to get sales through social media. So then what I do with my mechanism, which is content, is take them to their dream outcome, which is consistent views on social media, targeting their ideal client, and actually converting those to their website or to whatever their product or service is to actually generate revenue through social media. So that is what I sell with my painkiller offer. I don't sell the service, I sell the transformation. Same with Dan. So Dan came to us as a videographer inside a 9-to-5, and he had a skill set, but he had no outreach system. He had no strong offer. So instead of saying, oh, I do videography, I'll just film some videos for you. Actually, we said, instead of these low quality videos where your social media is not performing, your website does not look professional, we will film this content, we will edit it for you and actually post for you. So the whole transformation is taking them from a painful situation of not having good content, therefore not generating sales, to actually focus on their dream outcome and not the service. Focus on what videography can do for their business, not just the service. And this has allowed him to close 83K in the last 30 days and sign Porsche and Lotus as clients. So this offer system really, really works. And also, he's no longer working 5 days a week. He literally, with his clients, it takes 2-3 days. And also, this is something we're looking to outsource as well. So we'll probably get his workload down to 1 day a week on 83K. So now the outreach system. How do you do outreach? A lot of people will just have one email. They'll be pinging out messages to every single business that they can see, it to their info at emails maybe, and it's just landing in spam. It's a mistake that I made at the start, whereas actually you need a whole email infrastructure. We use 11 different domains, 31 different emails, and it allows us to send 750 personalized emails per day to the decision maker of your niche. So this isn't going to the customer service, this isn't going to the helpline. This is going to the owner of the business or the marketing manager or the CEO, whoever you want to target. And we have a personalized message which converts really, really well. It's allowed Liv, who is a complete beginner, over the past 3 weeks, booking 20 sales calls. 20 sales calls as a beginner in the first 3 weeks of outreach. And she's just signed her first 2 clients in 1 single week. And also you can do LinkedIn and Instagram outreach as well. You need to find your niche and where do they hang out? Do your niche go onto their email? Do they hang out on Instagram, or are they more likely to hang out on LinkedIn? And with this, you need obviously the volume, but you need the correct messaging. Do not look at it from your side. Look at how you can help them. And again, with your offer, you want to sell the transformation. You are not a social media marketing agency. You are someone that takes them from struggling to generate sales on social media, and then you have a unique mechanism, which is content, but your unique way of doing it, and you can take them to their dream outcome. That is what you want to sell on the outreach, and then you can offer a personalized video to explain how this works. You don't want to get them straight into a sales call, as a lot of the time they won't do that. By offering this personalization via something like a Loom video, they get to know you, you can explain your system, and in literally 2 minutes, and then invite them onto a call there. And finally, the no pressure close. So sales calls, this is something that beginners and even experienced people get really, really nervous about, get really awkward about, and people do not like selling to people. That is the mindset a lot of people have. And that is what I had at the start. I was a massive introvert and sales calls scared me. But actually there's a system to this where it doesn't come across as salesy, it comes across as helpful. And if you do not nail this, if you do not have a good sales system, it doesn't matter how many leads you bring in, you will not close deals. So the first thing is you want to think like a doctor. When you go to the doctor, they don't say, here's some paracetamol, this is exactly what you need. They'll ask you questions. Okay, what is your illness? Like, what is your problem? When did this start? What are the symptoms? What have you done to try and fix it? And then at the end, they'll say, okay, I think this is what you need. So we do the same with the sales process. The first 20, 30 minutes of the call, you should not be pitching to them. You should not be mentioning your system. You should be simply asking them questions about their situation. They have come onto the call because they have a problem, Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the call. So you want to ask them, why did you come onto the call? What's your current situation? What are you struggling with? What is your dream outcome? Where do you want to get to? So now you've got this gap. They're here, they want to get to here. What have they tried to fix this? What hasn't worked? What has worked? And what is stopping them doing this by themselves? And once you're confident that you understand their situation and that you can help, that is where you then pitch. You pitch your service to take them from this painful situation to this dream outcome, and you're the bridge between these two places. And yes, at the end, they'll have some questions, they might have some objections. So an objection is just something that they might not want to buy because of X, Y, Z. But if someone has an objection or if someone has a question, this is a good sign. If people weren't interested, they wouldn't ask the questions and they wouldn't have objections. So simply, you want to learn this process in terms of handling objections. Handle them positively. Like, oh, how do you know that this system is going to work? Oh, I'm so glad you asked that, because with this system, I've done this for XYZ company before, and with you, I know the exact strategy. What I would do is this, this, this. And that's exactly why we can get you double your revenue through social media in the next 90 days. So something like that, where you are positive with the objection and you actually show them how you work and then link it back to the positive result. And this isn't as scary as you think. After a few calls, if you're working in the same niche with the same skill, the same questions, same objections will start to come up. So you'll become a master at just answering these because you can predict them. And you can predict what you want to say in these calls as well once they come up. So that is the 3-step system to start earning online and quit your 9-to-5 in just 30 days. And as I said, that is not unrealistic. We have people inside the community have signed clients in the first 30 days and been able to leave their 9-to-5. And even people like Dan with some crazy, crazy results. So the thing is, AI is coming for your job, whether you like it or not. And the 9-to-5 is the safer route. If you want the full free training, which is over an hour long, that breaks down this system step by step to a granular level, it'll be in the link in the bio, and also I'll link it at the top now. Also, if you don't want to do this alone and you want the guarantee that you'll hit 3 to 5K a month in the first 6 months of earning online and be able to quit your 9-to-5 guaranteed, we have a community called the Nomad Circle where you work directly one-to-one with me with my WhatsApp, and also we have a community as well, and we hop on calls and also one-to-one calls with me, and we offer that guarantee that you will 100% earn 3 to 5K a month at least through our system. So yeah, there'll be a link to that as well if you want to apply there. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.